backlogged until August 31st, it seems. So you're not, if you want to pre-order, you won't be able to get a new shipment until September.
Okay.
Basically, which is pretty good. There's a lot of hardcore fans. Obviously, they bought in, get their hands on their device, and it definitely helps the fact that Gabe and Valve is very serious about this. Even though we make fun, it's like, what are you thinking? They are a formidable opponent, and maybe because they're trying to work their way up to IPO, they're like, oh shit, we can't just sit on our hands. We actually got to do things. It is weird, right? Because we did mention they did have like a sector before dedicated to VR, but they fired that department to say it's not the focus, it's not going to work out, to go back and say this is actually a huge deal for us. Here's some Valve Index that costs $1,000.
Go get that stuff on the top of her trash pile. Let's see what she was working on.
Yeah, it was
pretty good.
Wonder what happened there, because obviously there was a whole team that was very qualified for that job got let go, thinking that it wasn't part of the future. But for them to turn around, the company to turn around and say, like, this is our future. Wonder what happened in the last year, basically, where they would feel like that. We can only speculate. Obviously, we don't work there. We should ask our friends that do work there. But I would imagine that they look at their game portfolio, they look at Steam, kind of like being paraded away from to the competition, right? Third-party support is fastly disappearing. Even the AA studios, the smaller studios, are fastly leaving Steam for other options. I guess it is a time where they're like, all right, what can we control and kind of strengthen our market share to make sense to investors in the future, to be like, Valve is still a very strong company.
Yeah, I don't know how much they would have invested in putting this together, but I'm imagining a sizable amount of money, so much so that it was actually like a decision versus like when they normally like, $200 million. I'm pretty sure they're close to the half a B, if not the B mark of investment, both in research development, but then also production manufacturing. So getting this thing ready to be able to sell 20, 30, 40, 50,000 units first year. And I hope they hit those numbers. I really do. I think even 50,000 units is still modest considering how big you would need something like this to be successful. But I think they could hit that number in a year's time. With the amount of money and marketing push that they have as Valve, I think they can do 50K.
Well, let's check this out. Because they had this launch party in the Valve office with Vive Index being out in players' hands. I guess in our personal circle, this is actually a good kind of feeler of how excited people are. I didn't really see anyone post any Valve Index demos if it is already out in the public, right? Usually we would see our Facebook feed or Twitter feed like, hey, man, I just got this. Check this out. I've been seeing more of the Quest, to be honest. So I feel like there's 1,000 units out there at most.
I mean, from anybody that I've seen in the media who has gotten a chance to see the index, I remember seeing stuff like mixed reviews in the sense of, by far, they'll say that like it was visually impressive and they think that it was like the best.
It's
VR
definitely
platform.
the best. I have no doubt that Vive, the Valve, oh my God, Vive and Valve. Oh, they're it's a marketing nightmare. The Valve Index is the best VR set out there right now. No doubt. It's
late to the party.
Very late to the party. And it's super matrixy with all the chords.
Oh man,
but it's the best one for sure. I haven't even tried it, but I can pretty much say it has to be the best one for them to put it at 1,000 price point and be like, this is where we are. We're gonna be the Lamborghini of VR headset. And this is how we're gonna.
And VR itself already feels like such a gaming privilege, right? Because you're already like, look, I'm $300 plus console price gives you PlayStation VR. $400 gives you Oculus plus PC, right? Vive $499 plus PC. Vive Pro I think is now like $799 plus PC. This is 1,000 plus PC. This has been a luxury gaming experience already, right? Like I haven't seen any broke people, and I hate to use the word like that, but I haven't seen like a lot of people who didn't have like significant disposable income also saying like, you know what, I'm going to invest in this risky platform that's completely fragmented right now without a lot of feature titles because like that's where gaming is going. I think I've seen the people play a lot of safe bets, but the people that do like VR, hands down, all believe that it's the next gen, it's the future, it's where things are going.
Yeah, everyone thinks
Nobody doubts that VR isn't like mind-blowing when you try it for the first time, especially if you try something really good.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just where on the timeline are we, right? Like if here's today and here's VR is like finally like as successful as a PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, right? Let's just say this is the line. I don't know where on that line we currently are. I don't know how many more heartaches VR companies are going to have to absorb before we hit mass consumption critical success.
Yeah.
That's the scary part for non-Valve, non-Microsoft.
Right.
For everyone. Oh, maybe non-Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook is doing well enough. They own Instagram, which I bet is probably eclipsing Facebook, or if not getting close to it. So I'm glad that they own that, so I can see that Facebook will still be in the game for a while.
Yeah.
Sony, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, let's just see what Valve or Gabe knows with his, because someone purposely filmed this event, right?
Someone pulled a oops.
Yeah. I don't think it's leaking. I mean, it's not like they're coming out being mad at everybody.
If it's in 4K quality, it's not a leak.
All right, so I'm going to play this video.
All right. You want to switch to me? Switch to you?
No, can you move the cord in front of you?
I think I just pulled your headphones out.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Just put this. All right, here we go. We're going to play this.
Oh, yeah, everybody's filming.
Everybody's here.
And this is a look behind the scenes of Valve. It's very warehouse.
It's where they stick the interns. Valve is pretty much a digital warehouse. Let's be honest. They don't do work. We don't need chairs and desks.
Everyone works remote at Valve.
Yeah, everyone has a hard drive. Start loading up, transferring to customers. If you guys want to see like the most paid, least productive game developer, no, I'm kidding.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Like these are the people who have shipped the least games in the industry right now.
This is where I'll tease Valve. No one in this room is holding like champagne or anything like today's a huge day, like a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
Right? No one in there looks like they even give a shit about celebrating right now.
Yeah.
What does success mean at Valve?
Yeah. Maybe transfer so we can do our cam.
There's not one single glass of champagne. That guy's holding maybe a Martinelli's apple juice back there. I don't know.
Get this going.
The other guy's got his arms folded, like the body.
I know it's weird, huh? They don't
body
really,
language. Yeah, the body language does not tell me celebratory moment for us.
No, it was like, hey everybody, we need to fill up the camera space. Can you just stand behind?
Let's go to the shipping dock and watch out if a truck pulls in. We got to load these pallets of indexes.
But that's very interesting. Valve is primarily known as a software business. This is not the first time, right? They used to ship like those little Steam streaming PCs, right? I assume they built the infrastructure to ship those out. And now it's a little bigger. They're self-producing VR headsets, for God's sake. I mean, that's a huge deal.
And all of our jokes is lighthearted jabs, dude. We want Valve to be successful. We want all the game developers to be successful. Hey, all right, yeah. Thank you. The claps are unenthusiastic. Look at the dude with the hoodie. He's just like,
we need jobs. Clap if you want a job.
Look at the hoodie guy.
Oh, he's checking his Twitter right now.
I literally counted 4 claps. Oh, here we go.
Oh, shit. Everyone bows.
Where's the hubbub?
Oh, all the kids are here.
Okay, hey guys. I don't remember what
Get the fuck out of my way.
Gabe and George R.R. Martin are best friends.
Yeah. See, that's what a billionaire looks like, dude.
They sell.
Doesn't even use his mic.
Oh, I love the NGAF attitude, dude. All black with the sandals, man.
Oh my god. Get him a mic.
He still looks.
Who said that? You're fired.
He still looks like he has a little fun though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, man. This is a guy with no stress, right? This is just a hobby. There's no way he can lose his billions. This is like charity work for him at this point. Oh, come on,
Dude,
Gabe. Use a
hold
mic.
on a second. Can you pause it for a second? They literally are in like a shipping, receiving, loading dock. Like I hear heavy machinery.
Yeah. No, this is for sure where they have the look. Yeah. These boxes are probably the index.
All the old, you know what the valve index is? Repurposed steam boxes.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's the thing, right? They acknowledge, and I think in this speech he acknowledges how Artifact gave way to Dota Underlords, how all the Steam hardware gave way to finally the Valve Index, how Source became the source it is nowadays, and Counter-Strike.
I get that. And that, like Artifact being a failure, I just didn't see it hit well with the audience, but auto chess being a new genre kind of thing now, like there's a lot of steam getting picked up there. Yeah. So nobody blames Valve for any missteps, right? Like he's talking about it now.